Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. Today our group will present about Analyse Bibliometrics Search. My name is Nohanani Atira binti Abdul Aziz with my fellow friends which is Adam Faizal bin Azlan, Atira Safia binti Azmi, Intan Nur Syafiqah binti Ali and Nur Shahira binti Sahrul Azman.
Hi, Assalamualaikum and good morning. Today I'm going to present our topic which is Bibliometrics Search Analysis. What is the meaning of scopus and Web of Science in Bibliometric Studies? Firstly, we are using online database that researchers usually use to track existing studies. This means researchers can use database to find, analyze, view, search results from other people's research. Secondly, we also use Boolean search, especially the word "and", to help us get more accurate and relevant results from both databases. Next, comparison truth analysis. Information literacy and students, the comparison must be filtered by its own category, for example, by language, article title, publication type, and etc. As a result, researchers can see the trends that have been studied based on authors, organizations, or even countries. Next, for the first point, from this analysis, researchers can see the trend that has been studied by other researchers. For example, they can look at data analysis based on different factors like authors, organization, countries, and others. For the second point, we can also see the important elements that contribute to their research. These are based on three main factors, which are research evaluation, author productivity analysis, and identification of research trend. But because of limited time, I will only explain two of them. The first one is research evaluation. This is related to things like the H index, or how often a person's research has been used or cited by others. The second one is author productivity analysis. This is to measure the researcher activity. For example, we can see how many times their work is cited by others, and this can help contribute to their career or job field.
Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. My name is Nohanani Atira binti Abdul Aziz. Now I would like to present about method or step of searching. For the scopus, the first step, we went to Google search and key in Permata UiTM. After that, we click on the link provided. Second step, we need to log in into Permata UiTM. We were given two ways to sign in. The first one is using Google UiTM. The second one is using iStudent Portal. Both of the ways need to use a correct email, correct student's ID, and passwords. After you log in into the Permata UiTM, you need to click on Dashboard and then choose Online Databases. After that, show up a lot of online databases. But for our assignments, we do choose Scopus as one of our online databases. The next step, we use advanced search by using an AND, which is a Boolean search, to enter our keywords, which is information literacy and students. After we key in the keywords, we got the result, but the result is before the filtering out process, which is 30,870 documents. Then the next step is we start the filtering out process. The first thing that we filter is by years. We limit up until 10 years from 2015 until 2025. Moreover, we also filtering out by subject area, document type, language, and keywords. For the subject area, we limit to social science only. For the document type, we only choose article, and then for the language, we limit to English. The last one, for the keywords, we limit to only for information literacy and students. At the end of filtering out by years, document type, subject area, language, and keywords, we got the result that we want. The result that we got is 1,649 documents. Now I would like to explain about the method and step of searching for Web of Science. The first step is we went to the Google search and then search for Permata UiTM. After that, we click on the link provided. After the process, we need to log in into Permata UiTM. There have two ways to log in, which is the first one is using Google UiTM and the second one is using iStudent Portal. Both of the ways you need to use a correct ID, password and email. The next step is we go and click on the dashboard and choose online databases. After it's shown up with all of the online databases result, for our assignment, we need to choose Web of Science, so we just click on the page. The next step, we use advanced search by using an AND, which is a Boolean search, to enter our keywords, which is information literacy and students. Then we got the result, and the result of before filtering out process is 12,559 documents. Now is the process of filtering out. The first thing that we filter is filter by years. We limit up to 10 years, which is from 2015 until 2025. Not only that, we also filter by the document type and language. For the document type, we choose article, and for the language, we choose English. After we choose both of them, we refine it. Lastly, the things that we filter is research area. We choose only information science, library science. At the end, we got the result of the filtering out process, and the result we got is 1,614 documents. Now, that's all from me. I will pass these presentations to Nur Shahira binti Sahrul Azman.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Nur Shahira binti Sahrul Azman, and today I would like to present about result and discussion for Scopus and Web of Science. For our topic, it is information literacy and students. But before that, I would like to hand over this presentation to our group member, which is Atira Sofia.
So the first one is author analysis. Based on the results, the most active author publishing documents in Scopus are Navid and Pinto, each with 10 documents. In Web of Science, Pinto leads with 28 documents. This indicates that Pinto is the main contributor in this field across both databases. The second one is affiliation. In terms of institution, Purdue University is the most active in presenting studies that related to this topic. In Scopus, they have published 34 documents, while in Web of Science, they produced 57 documents. This highlights the significant role of Purdue University in advancing information literacy among students. And the third one is country analysis. From the perspective of countries, the United States record the highest number of publication in both databases. In Scopus, they publish 793 documents, and in Web of Science, 863 documents. This followed by countries such as the United Kingdom, China, India, and Spain. Countries like Nigeria record the lowest numbers, with any around 32 documents.
So I will continue with the funding sponsor. So first I will talk about results that show by Scopus. So based on the bar chart shown by Scopus, we can see that the highest funding sponsor is by National Science Foundation, which has funded 20 documents. Meanwhile, there are 4 has been funded 9 documents each, and one of them is Institute of Museum and Library Services, followed by European Regional Development Fund and Academy of Education, which contribute to funding 7 documents. Finally, the Academy of Finland, European Commission, and Ministerio de Economia y Competitividad, each funding 6 documents and making it the least sponsor among the 10 existing sponsorships. So we can see that based on the 3-map chart of result in Web of Science, we can see that the most highest funding sponsor is by Institute of Museum and Library Services, which has been funded for the document. Next, the Spanish government is the second highest by funding 12 documents, and followed by others funding sponsor, and the lowest funding sponsor is European Social Fund, which only has funded 3 documents only throughout 2015 to 2025. Next, I will continue with the result of the subject area that shown by Scopus and Web of Science. First, I will talk about Scopus. So based on the pie chart that shown by Scopus, we can see that the highest subject area is Social Sciences, which cover 65.5% of the pie chart and record 1,650 documents throughout these 10 years. Meanwhile, the second highest subject area is Computer Sciences, which cover 12.2% and record 307 documents. However, the least subject area is others, which include subject area of mathematics, energy, and others, and cover only 2.5% from the pie chart. Based on the result that shown by Web Science, we can see that Library Science, Information Science is the subject area with the highest number of documents published that related to our topic, which published 1,650 documents. Followed by the second highest, which is Computer Science, which only published 104 documents. And the lowest subject area is such as secretary, psychology, social issues, and others, which only publish 1 document. So I will continue this discussion with the result of document type that shown by Scopus and Web Science. But before that, I will talk about Scopus first. Based on the pie chart that shown by Scopus, we can see that there are only articles, the document type that are available in Scopus, and cover 100% from the pie chart. And so we can conclude that there are no other document type except articles that are available in Scopus throughout the 10 years, which is 2050 and 2025. So based on the bar chart that shown by Web Science, we can see that there are 5 document types that are available in Web of Science, which is article, early access, book chapter, retracted publication, and proceeding papers. We can see that the highest document type that have been published in Web of Science is article, which has been recorded 1,650 documents. Meanwhile, the second highest document type that have been published in Web of Science is early access, which also have been recorded 65 documents. However, the least document type that have been published is retracted publication, with only published 1 document. So next, I will talk about the result of the final publication year that shown by Scopus and Web of Science. As usual, I will talk about Scopus first. Based on the diagram that plotted by Scopus, which we can see that the highest year that has been published document is in 2021, which only recorded 184 documents. Meanwhile, the second highest that has been published in Scopus is in 2024, which recorded 177 documents. However, this year that have been published document is in 2035, but I think we can conclude that 2035 is not considered a year, but I will show that the result of the beginning of the year until now, which is July of 2035, it showed that only 76 documents that have been published in Scopus. So, based on the bar chart that shown by Web of Science, we can see that in 2017, there was 165 documents published in this year, and making it the highest year that have been published document throughout this tenure, which is 2050 until 2025. Meanwhile, the second highest that have been published document that related to our topic, which was in 2021, which recorded 164 documents. Therefore, the year that have fewest publication was in 2035, which record 66 documents only. But also, I conclude that this fewest publication, which is 2035, is not considered a year yet, because 66 document is the record that have been recorded by the Web of Science from the beginning of the year until July 2025. So that's all for me, and I will pass this presentation to our group mate, which is Adam.
In conclusion, bibliometric analysis is a variable tool that uses quantitative method to assess the impact of a scientific research. It helps with identifying the pattern and support decision making through data from sources like Scopus and Web of Science. However, these databases may contain errors since it is not designed properly for bibliometric users. Therefore, data cleaning is essential for more accurate results. Despite its limitation, bibliometric analysis remain crucial for advancing research in various fields. Thank you for your time. That is all for us. Thank you very much.